I'm gonna make everybody's day today. Oh, yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am. I have a new method of detoxing, and it definitely solves the problem of how this nano is able to basically escape and move from one location to the next. Now, the biggest issue when it comes to detoxing, as you all know, of course, what I just mentioned, is that when this nano is in your body, and you start trying to treat it and kill it off, it disassembles and it moves to a whole nother part of the body, right? If you now keep in mind, the only reason why I'm showing these magnets in particular is because there are other magnets out there on the market. They're similar to them, but they're more, they're like thinner, I think. Don't get those because they break real easy, but these ones don't break so easily. Now, the bigger the magnet and the stronger it is, the more the more beneficial effects you're going to get from this. If you want to start screwing around with the frequencies, I suggest you put like metal screws on it, right? Metal screws, but make sure you have it on the side, not on the bottom part, because you're going to have to lay down on these. What you want to do is have magnets right below the it's got to be lined up with the spinal cord in a way, but you got to have magnets like above. When you're laying down, it's got to be above a few inches above your the bottom of your tailbone, and it's got to be an inch or two below where the neck starts, right? Like right in the center of where your arms and stuff is at. Excuse me, because I'm literally just detoxing the crap out of this stuff right now. So when you may be wondering, well, why would you have magnets there? It's because the thing is that this nano is going through the stomach to basically get nutrients to feed off of in order for it to replicate itself. After it's coming from the gut, it's going through your kidneys, and then it's traveling around there to go up the spinal cord and all the way up to the neck and around the brain and around your crown. That's basically what it's doing, and it's even going to the ears as well as it's doing this. So you want to disrupt its flow of travel by having the magnets. It doesn't even matter, even if you were to lay down on this through your stomach, or even the only reason why I say you want to have it on your back is because that's the most comfortable position for this, and it's a lot more easier to manage. Now, what you're going to start feeling is that these magnets are going to be strong enough to pull this nano in one place. As it's doing this, this is where the right frequencies come in handy. As you can hear me using right now, that I'm using a right frequency right now in order to detox this stuff, and I did it in two ways. First off, I had one device to where I can play right frequencies for killing parasites through a pair of headphones. And then I had another right frequency doing the exact same thing, but not the exact same one, killing off parasites. But it was playing with no headphones plugged up to it. So, the sound was just out there, right? Even better, if you can get surround sound, that's the best way you can do this. I do not recommend anybody doing this at night because this thing tends to be very loud, depending on what volume level you use it at. The louder, the more effective it'll be. But of course, you don't want to make it too loud to where your eardrum, you're gonna rupture your eardrum. You don't want to do that. But like I said, the more powerful the magnet, the more significant effects you'll have from this. So basically, you lay down on the magnet, it pulls in all of those, all that nano in there, since they have metal particles within them. And even if this stuff is electric based, it still is going to pull that anyway. So it pulls it all into one point. You basically play the right frequencies in that area, making sure you got it to where it's playing at the section between both, to reach both the the hips as well as the back of your backside as well, which is pretty much I guess I don't know what they call that part of the body, but it's like it's between the arms and between the neck, like at the center point of that. Because it seems like whenever this stuff is coming up, it's traveling all around your body. This is why there's a lot of induction of hits. It's coming from the gut, going down to the legs, and then it's going up the spinal cord, going through the arms, and then of course up the neck, and then all the way to the head and to the ears. Because of this is why a lot of these frequencies get messed around with and get shot at us so much. They use the ears as an antenna. If you didn't know about that, so when it comes to this nano network, now you know at least the most cases. Now, when it comes to induction of manipulating, types of move, there's usually shots around the jawline and shots around the gut as well. But it's mostly dealing with the jaw and all that stuff when it comes to the manipulation of moods. Now, the video I showed you before, because as I was doing this, they they tried constructing my restricting my breathing in a way by going after the left nostril. So I used that guy's advice of what he did with the borax in one of the previous videos that I showed you all, and it cleared that right up immediately. It cleared it up. It's funny as hell, but it works. It really does. Now here's the issue, and this is what he was talking about too. A mask can block these particles from entering our system, right? Problem is, if you're using a medical mask, then because of the material that's on that mask is made out of, it acts as food for that nano. So you're still harming yourself regardless, right? So how would you deal with something? It's simple. Get a mask. If you got to get a mask to protect yourself, get something that is not going to have that stuff on it. Get something that's not going to have any of that stuff on it. That's not made out of that same material. Research what type of material those medical masks are made out of, and that's even more concerning because think about dude. Think about it. If that stuff is food for nano, think about all the doctors that are using that when they're operating on somebody, right? Think about that. I had just realized that that's really fucked up, man. It is, because think about all the time someone has gone through surgery, like open heart surgery, and you end up in these scenarios where people are getting chipped. It's no wonder, because they're wearing a freaking feeder mask for this damn technology. It's no freaking wonder. We don't know if these people, may have been screwed around or not. And the thing is, their main profession is medical. So of course they would be wearing these things on a daily basis. And that's what it gets really concerning. We already know they're spraying the crap out of the skies. So that, along with the fact that they're around radiation, and along with the fact that they have that freaking diaper on their faces almost every day when it comes to the profession, yeah, that's a little bit more than concerning to me, if I'm not mistaken. But long story short, have these magnets in those two areas of what I mentioned, which is basically between both the neck, the two arms, and have one right above the tailbone, right? Literally right above your hips, on the back. Lay down on these magnets. Get a device to basically play right frequencies that kills off parasites. Have of course, with a pair of headphones, and have another device playing for the outside of the area, like around. Preferably surround sound if you can get it to do surround sound. If you find yourself living in a camper, right, what you can do is use your camper's radio system to get surround sound, because it literally has speakers built in all around it from both the top it's both the back and the front. So the thing is that when it comes to these what is that? The headphone jacks that plug into your device in order for you to, hear out of your headphones, they sell those things in the form to where you got those plug-in pieces on both sides. So you can basically, get an MP3 player, put your frequencies on there, plug it into the speaker system, boom, you got surround sound with the frequencies all over the place. I would definitely prefer, recommend that highly, because you can use right frequency for fungus And since a lot of this stuff is fungus based, which is one of the reasons why if they're beaming your house with radiation and they're heating up the temperature, like I told everybody, just get aloe vera plants. It'll basically normalize the temperature again. You could use that to actually start killing off the fungus. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. But basically, that's just one good way of detoxing this stuff. It prevents the nano from running away. It forces it to stay in one place. As you're basically bombarding it with fright frequencies, basically kicking its ass. And I can guarantee you, they don't like any of this. I've had a lot of stuff planned, and the perpetration with all of it has gotten completely out of control, dude. And mark my words, one way or another, this nano system is going to be destroyed. It will. And I don't give a damn whether they don't like that or not. I'm not going to be someone's guinea pig. I'm not going to be someone's cash cow. I'm not going to be someone's ticket to the good life. I'm not going to be an excuse for profit of any kind. I didn't consent to this. You didn't consent to this. None of us did. Nobody consented to any of this mess that's going on. It's pure torture for what it is. It's torture for profit. And the stuff is so transparent that people are rarely able to detect this because it's happening in a way to where they can't understand unless they go through it themselves. So we do need to reach out to as much people as possible, as we all been doing so far. But I hope this method helps out a lot of people just as well as it helped myself out. Stay strong out there, everybody.